You ready for this? Well, hello, I'm Hollow Man Show, the man! Or Kev. Or sub to Kev. Or Other Kev.
Other Kev.
Till Kev comes back.
And
if I quit, well, not quit, he didn't quit. There's like 6 other Kevs that's behind me. And this is Stovey.
there's always a Kev to replace Kev.
Yeah.
There's too many Kevs. Welcome to this episode. We're going to talk about the fantastic fucking It. Yes, I cursed. Yes, I needed more syllables to amp that movie up.
Well, it's really hard when you just go,
Yeah, it was eh.
It's because it's really lazy. I hate when someone writes something and you're like, And
To be fair though, like they don't know what it's called, so calling it makes sense.
And that's what they call it in the book, because to all the kids, they see something different. And they talk about that in the fucking movie. Because they never talked about that in the original movie.
Because he's just a clown, they couldn't CGI the shit out of him. Where's the fat little trim is a number that is often becomes associated with the story. This movie is set to be released 27 years after the original television release. In the book, it is mentioned that it in quotation marks.
It's not Pennywise. Just make it easier.
Pennywise is easier because that's like his main form and his name returns to Derry approximately. Every time they said Derry in the movie, I was like, please say Londonderry once just to set off. Anyway, so and then the chap who played the Bill in the original film died at 27 years old.
Nice. Well, not really.
Well, not really, no. And then this movie is released 1 month after Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise's 27th birthday. So everything about this film is fucking creepy. Like literally, when we came out of the film, I was like, that whole film was just paro start to finish. Like the first bit where the L one is like watching Georgie's the little fella, isn't it? Georgie.
Yeah, Georgie. I know.
She's watching him like fucking at the edge of the curb, obviously looking at the drain. And at no point did she go, "Get away from the drain, you'll fall in and die." She was like, "Oh, there's a kid there."
Oh, that's something.
Oh, the kid's not there anymore.
Like, so you know later on where I'm gonna have to give them nicknames because I can't remember the fucking name. Bill, not Bill, the fat one. Oh God,
that's so hard.
Who's my favourite character, by the way?
Oh, come here, we'll just go to the cast real quick.
Ben! Sorry, Ben.
Dear God.
I'm so happy I'm the editor.
I'm totally not going to edit out all of the offensive things I said. Okay.
So when Ben is being basically knifed, right, when they're putting an H in his chest.
Yeah, and then the 2 people drive by.
Right. In the book, they talk about that. The townspeople know shit's happening, but they ignore it. They literally, that's why the old lady did nothing. Because they know shit happens, they just ignore it. Because they talk about Derry being so like above average, like 6%.
Yeah, it was like 6 times the national average for homicide.
And that's for adults only.
Yeah, and then it's more for that.
But like they know about it, and the old people definitely know about it because they've lived it so many times. They just ignore shit like that. So that's why she only dealt with it when she saw the blood.
She didn't even deal with it though.
But like in the book, his arm is ripped off, but his body isn't brought down into the sewer. He just bleeds out. And one of the dads find him and brings him to the house.
Why wouldn't he take him?
I don't know. He was like, it was only a snack. He's a small boy.
No, I suppose
it's only an arm.
But like he doesn't.
It's way fits in.
But the thing that's weird is that he's not afraid of him. Like Pennywise's whole thing is that you're afraid of him. That's why he.
Yeah, but he's a clown. So he's just a guy. And he was like, I got blown in here. And he has an aura of like, oh, he's really nice till he needs something. It's probably like something in the book. He's like, he has a persuasion over you. You don't realize is what's happening.
Yeah, because anyway, we won't spoil it.
Because he probably Georgie was probably more worried about losing the boat.
Yeah.
So all his attention's on that, and he's just a clown.
Fair. I just want to talk about that scene really, really quickly because I think it perfectly encapsulates Bill Skarsgård's performance. Bill Skarsgård is Pennywise, the person that plays Pennywise. I think he did an absolute fantastic job. I think
his voice was great.
But like the way it changed, like in that one scene, he goes from real whimsical and clowny to serious and scary and sinister, like without skipping a beat. Like there's no like his face just slightly changes and then his voice gets kind of deeper and more sinister, and then
it's like he loses track of how to do the conversation because he's like
because
a weird pause. There's a weird long pause,
and then it's like he forgets that he's trying to convince Georgie that he's nice, and he stops. It wasn't even. It was just fantastic. It wasn't even scary. It was just fantastic. Well, it was obviously. If you don't like clowns, it's fucking terrible.
And if you had a few, I'm sure.
And to warn anybody that hates clowns, there's a room full of clown shit at one stage.
You were not having fun during that bit.
No, there was. I was just when he went in, I was like, "Man, don't go in there. It's well full of clowns."
You just said 2 minutes ago, I'm scared of clowns. So yeah, that basically, if you've seen the original TV series, right?
Which I have not.
Why are you going in these things blind? That's why you were having such like a panic attack during the entire fucking movie.
I wasn't even having a panic attack. I just felt mad paro. I was just like, oh man, nah.
I was having so much fun laughing every time. Like, oh what? Why are you doing that? Fuck no!
To be fair, it wasn't just me that did it.
I only heard you.
But like that, I think that's to the movie's credit that when it wanted me to laugh, I laughed. When it wanted me to be scared, I was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it'd be worse if like for instance, we'll go back to a film I've seen. I think it was last year, The Conjuring 2, right? People were like, "Oh, it's whopper, it's real scary," and I was like, I wasn't scared at all. I was laughing start to finish that film, except for like the last like 10 minutes when it became an actual horror film.
I really like the Conjuring movies and hate Annabelle.
I just
Haven't seen Annabelle 2.
no one has dragged me to see it, so I'm just not. I don't really want to go see it. Yeah, because I'm not a man for horror. I like it sometimes. Like with it, I just felt like I went back in time. Like I finally making a horror film. It's like old-fashioned horror. You're getting chased by clowns and fucking monsters instead of people. What was that sound in your gaff? Oh, let's just keep staring at this door for a couple of minutes. Maybe something will happen. Oh, is that door shaking? Oh,
what's behind me?
Fuck off! I don't care. Get out of this bleeding gaff. Move to fucking America. Get away from me.
So another thing in the book is it's based in the 50s, and in the 80s is when they're adults.
Yeah. Whereas in this, it's based in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it'd be like the early 2000s when they're adults.
So I like that it's 2 parts because it gives so much breathing room.
But it also like this film, you could watch it. That's it. And you can just go, happy days, that's fucking brilliant. I don't need to see the fucking second one.
I don't want to see the second one.
But like, even if I see the second one, I don't know how it's going to happen because you know the way they said, like, I don't want to ruin it.
No,
like,
definitely ruin it.
No,
if anything, you've ruined all the movies.
I'm not going to ruin this one though because this is the first time we're going to release an episode where it's kind of where it's released.
Is this going to be before Dark Tower or after Dark Tower?
I'd probably put this before Dark Tower because
right, I'll try to get it done.
It is more kind of
I'll try to get it done tonight then.
In the flavour, yeah.
If we don't take 20 years.
It'd take about 6 months to talk. But yeah, like at the when they come back as adults and they fight it again, because like there's a bit in it where the daughter's like in the remember when what's her name Beverly. The fucking sink explodes, there's blood everywhere, and her dad comes, he's like, what's wrong? She's like, can you not see the blood? And I was like, please tell me you see the blood, like it's fucking everywhere. Yeah,
I was loving that bit when you were like, what?
It's like, what blood? Like, what are you talking about? Look around, you're blind. Anyway.
Right, so will I give you some context to this?
Yeah, please do.
Right. So in the book and the original movie with Tim Curry,
good old Tim.
He's fucking amazing. He's such a great rep. What happens is it starts off with the murders are happening again, and they're all older, right?
Yeah.
And Mikey, who stays,
that's the black fella.
Yeah. With legs. With legs.
As opposed to in the Dark Tower, which is no legs.
Yeah. Right. He stays and he keeps account. Everyone else goes off. They all leave Derry within a year or two or a few years.
Yeah, because Beverly launches
right away.
Okay.
Right. And they all forget. He forgets Georgie. So he basically shit happens again. And Mikey rings them one by one, and they all remember. They've all forgotten. Like he forgot. It's great because the first opening 7 chapters is him. They're all remembering, like
That's a
during,
good way to write a book, but I don't think that would have went well.
but that's how they did it in the original movie, and it kind of worked because they went, oh, this happened. Oh, we're going to see his point of view of some things. This happened. So he was like, hey, Ben, yeah, it's Mikey. And he remembers, and then he has a scar that disappeared that reopens.
Jeez.
And he remembers how his brother died. He knew he had a brother, but he forgot his brother died and how he died. And then he was like, we made this out, we all go back. So it's basically, now they all have to fear again.
So they have to fight again.
Yeah.
That my only question was going to be, like, how are they going to see the monster if the adults can't see the monster?
It's a weird thing. So I was watching the making of the original series. What they want to do is, right, when they when they beat it as kids, they use a similar to what happens there, but they use the inhaler because that's battery acid. They say it tastes like battery acid. So he gets all morphed and deformed. So they originally wanted to do the second part, or episode 2. He's going to be like burnt and all this because when they're adults. But then they're like,
Nah.
Because
Sounds scary if they're maimed.
in each character, the King takes ages developing each character book because it's 1,400 pages. It's
Come here to me. In this film, they took their time and
Yeah.
they developed each character. Each character got their moment.
like, so Ben at the very end, when he's facing and it's a mummy, because Ben sees the clown on the ice, just standing on like a lake, and it's a mummy. He doesn't see it in the library. Each one kind of sees it. Like Beverly's one is basically exactly what happens in the book. Joe, oh my god, I need to see the name.
It's their dad, isn't it?
Eddie. Oh, Eddie.
Wait, who are you talking? Who are you looking for?
I'm just like, so Bill. His first thing has gone into his brother's room, and he's looking at a book and falls, and Judgy Pitcher starts talking to him, and then blood comes out of it, right? And then the parents can't see the blood.
So glad I didn't read this fucking book as well.
This is the shorts, the TV series. Well, you should probably watch it later on because Tim Curry is worth watching.
Yeah, Tim Curry is 100% worth
It's
watching.
aged, but it's so true to kind of
The book.
The book. They miss bits, but like, so when he's carving, go back to when he's carving his chest, like that turns into a huge fight scene. Like they go down it, and Ben kicks him so hard in the balls he gets sick and all this, and he legs it. Like he busts up his knee. Like they actually tried. Oh my god, what's the bad guy's name in this?
Pennywise?
No, the scumbag kid.
Is it? Oh, we actually looked at it. It's Henry Bowers.
Henry, right? Henry tries to kill him when he
He was
embarrasses
trying
him.
to kill him in the fucking film as well.
Yeah, so he literally tries to kill him.
I don't know if you heard me, but when that happened in the film, I was like, what's this guy's problem?
Yeah. But King knows how to write bullies. Bullies are assholes in King's World.
No, come here to me. Bullies are criminals in King's World. Like, every time there's a bully, they, like, proper, like, slam you around. And, like, there's knives drawn, guns out. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, relax.
Like, well, I'm sure King had, like, experiences as a kid. Have you ever seen King?
Yeah, he's pretty fucked up looking.
Yeah.
His eyes are terrifyingly small.
Right? And he... Like, I love his quotes. He's great quotes. But I'm sure he had a rough bringing up.
I think, like, I was watching Double Toasted, and they were saying how, like, his bullies are always, like, really unbelievable because they're really, like, visceral and fierce and like, criminal. And I reckon it's just kind of...
That's how a kid would say it.
That's how a kid would say it. Like, a kid would go, like, these people are terrorizing me. Like, maybe they're not doing exactly what the child remembers or whatever, but, like, for a child who... Like, most of your experiences are like everybody's really nice to you, they love you, they care about you, and then these people just like hit you or call you names. Like, it would completely throw you and would like fracture your mental state because you'd be like unused to it. So like it'd be a violent fracturing of your mental state. So that's kind of a good way to represent it, I guess. But like, Jesus Christ, like, chap is a schizo.
Oh yeah, but he is a schizo in the book and in the original thing.
Yeah.
Like, so... Oh, can we do spoilers in this?
No, don't do spoilers. We do a
Alright.
spoiler-free one on this one time.
This one time. And does like... Okay. So he tries to kill him. He literally tries to kill him that day because he makes fun... He basically... Because he kicks him and he falls
humiliates
back.
him.
He like embarrasses him, so he tries to kill him. Like, if he found his knife in the movie, they probably would have killed him. But there's a big, huge fight scene and he runs and hides in a train. And then they see the other lads building a bridge. Like, building a dam. There's a big, huge bit of the dam in the book and the movie, the original movie, right? Big, huge bit. They got rid of it. Because that's when they all become friends, because the cop comes and they fucking build this dam and it's flooding the whole fucking everything. The grey water's going back up, nothing's working.
Yeah.
And he's like, Jesus, because they talk about the curfew and all this, stay together. And the cop is like, alright, you 7, stay together. If you come here, you don't come 1 or 2, you just come together.
Yeah.
And that's why there's a big huge thing on Bond in the books, like, there has to be 7 of us to kill Pennywise.
Yeah.
There has to be all this.
Right. To avoid spoilers, I'm just going to talk about performances, because I think that's the best way. I think that the lead fella, he has a stammer.
It's so annoying in the book as well.
I don't know. I think it adds to it because, like that one bit where he says the whole speech, and then Richie, the very Jewish, very vulgar chap, is just like, ha. He didn't start once the whole fucking time.
He was great.
He was a comedic brilliance. Like, he just, every time there was a moment like, oh shit, he would just say something and he'd just go, well done.
It was originally Stephen Breen in the original played Richie.
Oh, yeah.
And he's as good. He's fucking as good as that. And he's like, Mikey's, yeah, my God, it's enough blood in here, like a mass period. I'm like, what? What?
Or
honestly going on after Richie.
Or the bit where Eddie kisses his ma and he's like, do you want to kiss with me? He was brilliant. Like, he was so good. And then the Ben chap is so sweet. He's just a little cutie pie.
He is. He's my favourite character in the books.
And I think Beverly is my favourite character. Like, just from watching
She's
the
not
film.
as harsh in the book. She's really, like, she takes abuse from her dad. Like, her dad hits her in the book and all that.
Yeah.
And she's like,
well, like, every time she had an interaction with her dad, like, you could probably see me in the seat. I was like, I was cringing. Like, I was like, oh, get away from you fucking creep.
Yeah, he beats her and he's like, oh, yeah, no, I deserve that because I did this. So she is used to it.
Well, that's like,
that's justified. But in this movie, she's like, fuck off.
Well, to be fair, like, that's an evolution of her character. Like, at the start, she's kind of like afraid of him, and that fear is like immediately after, like, he like smells her hair and stuff, and she's like, oh, get it off me. Like, she like cuts the shit out of her hair and like, get it off me. This is what you did now. And like, her, like, the actress is just,
I think she's
fantastic.
probably the best actress of the kids. I think
she was the best. She was the best.
Such great
absolutely.
chemistry.
Chemistry.
They had great fucking. They worked so well together. And she's like, I think it's because they're actually kids, right?
Yeah.
They're not 20-year-olds trying to be fucking kids.
Yeah. But she was just, she was so fantastic. She was just so fantastic. I think she's gonna be the next big thing. Like, everyone's saying about your woman. Say your woman, she's like 14. The girl from Stranger Things, like, she's like the main thing or whatever. She's like massive now. Like, not as in physically, but like, she's
she's 7'2".
She's she's gonna be a pop icon now because she's like a really influential kid now.
Yeah.
So all she has to do to build her brand is
not fuck up.
Not fuck up. Not take bad roles.
Don't do drugs.
Okay. But not for a while. Yeah. After a while, the drugs help. But like, and then what's her name? Sophia Lillis. I think she'll go amazingly far if this is the talent she has now.
And she's only had a few roles.
Yeah, I'm gonna
she
fly
doesn't
into
have a Wikipedia page yet, so you know she's young.
So that's how you know.
Because I had to Google it. I was like, she looks so familiar, but
she looks like Amy Adams. I was watching the double toast and like, she looks like Amy Adams. I can see it now.
Because I was like, because she's only had like, look at that, she's had fucking no roles. I'm like, what do I know her from?
To be fair, she's been in a Shakespeare movie.
She can act then.
Absolutely. Oh, but I genuinely was so impressed with her acting. Like, it was just brilliant. Like, it captured, I felt it captured the kind of abused soul that she was. Like at the end where she was like, I'm not afraid of you.
It was a bit, like, I felt super uncomfortable when they went swimming and all that.
Yeah, that was a bit, that whole scene was a bit uncomfortable. But at the same time, like, it is a bit weird to watch it. But at the same time, that's what kids do. Yeah. Kids don't care if, listen lads, we're in our jacks, in our cacks, in our jocks. We're going to swim. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And she comes out of nowhere. And then when the scene when she's sunbathing, and they're all looking. She looks over and like, what's that?
How you doing?
Hey,
what are you
what?
saying? Yeah, no, but
What's dropped? What?
well, like, yeah, that's like they're losers essentially, and then they have this girl come into their like a girl to them is like
God.
not a god. You wouldn't say it like that. It's something new. It's something that they've heard about that people have talked about, and they're like real curious. So when this girl is like she's very open, but they don't do what would be a negative thing where they like oogle her and like yes they stare at her sunbathing, but like it's not for long. Like after that, like they start talking, and then they treat her like an individual, like a person,
Like a part of the team.
yeah, instead of like the eye candy, the piece of ass.
Can't wait for her tits coming.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure Richie said that.
He probably did at some stage.
Where's the tits?
Yeah.
I like when they go back to Ben's room. Who I really love Ben.
You do.
Because he's such.
He loves New Kids from the Block. How can you not like him?
Because in the book, he's like he's been there for a while. He's not friends. Like he goes to the library all the time, and the library in the movie, the library girl gives him such abuse, but she loves him. She's like,
you should have friends. So should you fucking bitch.
But he's so soft spoken, and Henry the bully, like he gets this big huge jacket for Christmas, and it's really tight. And he's like, look at the tits on him. And he never wears it, so he wears hoodies all the time. He always wears loose fitting clothes.
Yeah. I can empathise as someone that's always been chunky. I can empathise.
But I love because he's like in the like he gets this map, right? So in the book when they actually go, so in the book, right? He's in this.
The thing we can't spoil.
Yeah.
For a couple of decades now.
Yeah. So he's in the library and he gets this map, and every time you get a book, it's the map of America. And each time you get a book, you get a sticker of the States, and you learn all these interesting facts. And he's super happy about that. Yeah. He's super happy about it, and he's leaving it, and he doesn't realize there's 3 shadows behind him, and it's them until they get to the bridge, and he's like, hey, "Fat boy," and that's when the scene happens.
Yeah.
So that was similar to the movie because he waits till he's past them for a good bit. He's like, "Hey, chubby."
Yeah.
But like King doesn't hold back on his slurs.
No, he doesn't. Oh no, he did. No, come here.
Not in the books.
I don't want to say what slur it was, but there's a few parts in that movie where there was a C word or an N word coming, and you could see it on the tip of that chap's tongue, and he knew, and you could see that it was probably in the script, or he knew it was in the book, and the chap was like, "Oh, if I say it, my career is over." like when they're bullying poor little Mike.
Like, yeah, Mike isn't a part of the loser squad for ages.
Because he's like an outsider, quote unquote outsider, because they work on a farm in the outskirts.
Like his dad is great in the book. His dad is just like, alright, he tells me about the Black Spot. It's a club that got burnt down. Like people locked him in and burnt down. And his dad, I can't remember if his dad was in it and he escaped, or he's just telling. But he's like, son, Mikey, you need to know this. Yeah. Not because it's scary. It's because this is your life here.
Sorry, that band's making me paranoid.
Yeah, this is your life now. You need to know what could happen.
I think it was clever of them to. I think that they wanted to make this film about fear, but they wanted to make it about childhood fear. So I think it was wiser for them to kind of leave the race stuff out, especially with the current climate in America. I think that if they had left the stuff in, and if the bullies had been a little bit more heavy-handed with their racism,
so heavy-handed. Like they try to put his feet off.
It's even worse that the bully is the son of a cop, so it would have been even worse. I think that's why. Like you could criticize the movie for doing it, but it's that good of a movie that you like don't need it to approach the race issue. Like you could like with the Beverly obviously is molested by her father. But
it's not set.
It's not set. It doesn't need. They don't need to say it because of how.
And it's not really said in the book either. It's kind of like hinted, like, oh yeah.
Because he calls her like my little girl, and he makes her call him daddy and all.
But in the book, he's a farmer too. Henry's dad's mental in the book. He's fucking mental.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a police officer, right? So they're both farmers, and Mikey's farm does better than his because he has people working and they're hard workers. And Henry kills his dog.
Not racist.
He kills his dog. He gives his dog poison. He gets his dog to like him. and he gets poisoned. And he tries to blow his feet off in one scene.
Jesus.
So when they get to the quarry,
what is fucking Stephen King's obsession with black people with no legs?
when they get to the quarry and he's throwing rocks at them, that's when he's running for his life because Henry wants to put these fireworks in his shoes and blow his feet off.
Jesus.
And they save him, and he's like,
Christ.
"You only one of us. Just stay with us. We've been safe." Another mountain bro to lose back, but he's like the last member to join.
Yeah, it was the same in the film as well.
Because he's homeschooled. They call him homeschooled in it because his dad's super wise, but his dad, his
dad's last interaction with the city was when he was locked in a nightclub with other black people and it was burnt down. I can imagine why he wouldn't want to send his son to fucking school.
But his dad's super wise. It's probably a good idea to kill the dad off because his dad was calm. He's like the best dad in the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like the dads are all this.
He's the only one that's like, there's something happening and you need to stay safe.
Yeah.
Rather, whereas all the other ones are like, there's something happening. Shut up.
Yeah, like Bill's dad, parents, because Georgie died, don't talk to him really.
Yeah, sure. They're barely in it at all.
He can barely handle the stuttering either. So he's trying to tell them a joke, and he's like, "Oh, we're watching this." They give him no time. But Mikey's dad, not Mikey's dad. No, it is Mikey.
Mikey's dad. Yeah.
It gives him so much time, and he's like, "You need to do this," and he sends him off to see the clown. To him, the clown was just. So every kid sees the clown differently. So he sees a bird with 3 little things on its tongue. You know where it has tassels. Like the costume was perfect for the book. Like this big huge bird he sees, and his dad later on tells him he sees the bird as well. He saw the bird, so Bill saw Georgie saw the clown. In the book, it's they saw a werewolf, him and the Jewish one.
The Jewish one. You mean the one
Richie?
The flautist? Oh yeah. No, Richie's not the Jewish. Richie is the bifocal. He is Jewish, but his character is that he's the bifocal, vulgar one. The one you're thinking of is called where is he? Stanley. Stanley is that one. They call him Stan.
Oh yeah, Stanley is
he's the real. He's panicky and scared. But to be fair, his dad has a fucking painting in his office of a lopsided flautist for no reason.
Yeah. Him in the book, in the book they don't go a lot into him, and in the movie they don't go a lot into him. And if you watch the original movie, you'll understand, right? But he sees it. He goes into that house one day, and he's just stuck, and he sees it's like one of its true forms, but it's just like a clown painted on over a corpse. And so each one of them sees a different version of it because it's all their fears. Because Stephen King was like, I want to write a movie with all the
everyone's fears.
in it, and he came up with clowns, because people hate clowns. And
everybody hates fuck clowns, man.
So he then
I think I said that during the movie as well. I just said fuck clowns.
And in the book, they can't really remember what they were scared of. They just remember the thing. It's great. It is great, but like they see all different things and they show that in the movie. Like so in the original TV series, when it opens its mouth and you see so much in the original one, Tim Curry just had fake teeth on. He opened his jaw really wide. But in this one, his jaw came out and you saw the lights. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's a good fucking film. Oh my god.
I'm so happy I saw it.
Yeah, same.
How long are we going for?
30 minutes.
That's great.
I'm really, really glad that we've seen it. I'm really, really glad that I went in blind because I was thinking maybe I'd watch the original, but I think going in blind, I had no expectations. Well, I did have some expectations because we've just seen a shitter movie before.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about in another podcast. But yeah, no, this I think it just blew me away. My expectations were
so happy that van's gone.
Yeah, so he's real power. I was like, there could be a clown coming in now.
Bring in the clowns. I was just thinking of Krusty the Clown a few times during that movie.
Yeah, he does. He's one green hair off it, but the film I think is just. I think they did it well. Like where some horrors that like, oh, that lamp moved. Oh.
Fuck it! I actually thought you were pointing to a lamp.
I don't have any lamps in this room. Except for the one behind me. There's on that one. The lamps are not over there. But yeah, it's other horror movies. They're just like, oh, it's real dark. Oh, what was that noise? Oh, whereas in this, Pennywise is in it straight away. There's the clown. That's what he looks like. It's fucking terrifying.
I think the best thing they did was when he dances, his head never moves.
Yeah.
It's stuck in spot, and his body moves, which makes him look like a marionette dog. And I was like, that's super fucking creepy.
Yeah. And then he's so kind of, you're just like, your skin tingles looking at him. Like, he's just, I think Bill Skarsgård did a fucking absolutely fantastic job.
He did. It was so, because
It was
I was
terrifying.
so worried because Tim Curry did such a good job.
Yeah.
It's annoying how good Tim Curry was in this. Because Tim Curry, if he ever phoned it in, it'd still be an Oscar worthy.
I've seen a phoned in Tim Curry performance in Red Alert 3. There's a video game, so bear with me. Red Alert 3, there's live action parts.
Yeah.
Just for the crack. And basically, Tim Curry is a Russian general who becomes the emperor of Russia by using time travel to kill Hitler. Right? So bear with me.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I think he uses time travel to kill Albert Einstein and Hitler. Or something. But he's like, he puts on a Russian accent and it's fucking hilarious.
It's still pretty good though.
The game is
His
alright,
performance.
but his performance, it's not good. It's hilarious, but it's not good. But that's because
that's not what.
that was before they made like cutscenes in video games where they were like, we better just get people, and then the video game is like 3 pixels per person. Like, it's fucking brilliant.
I don't think I've never seen anything from him, but like, oh, he's always been good.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think he's been getting healthier. That's great.
Yeah, it's good to see him bouncing back a little bit, but I was so terrified last year when he had his stroke. It was either a stroke or a heart attack, but I was just like, nah, please, no.
Yeah, I can't do it. Last year was
absolutely horrendous for losing some absolutely fantastic talent. Anyway,
right.
Overall impressions. I think we'll.
Yeah, I'm delighted. I fucking loved it. The acting was good.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait for Stranger Things season 2. That's one thing I was constantly going through.
I genuinely haven't actually seen Stranger Things yet, and I've been hearing lots of really good things. Because I think I didn't watch Stranger Things because of 13 Reasons Why, because that came out before it.
I haven't seen watched that yet.
I haven't watched that either. I just like every time a Netflix show comes out, people talk about it, and I'm like, don't think I want to watch that.
See, because they don't do anything wrong. I haven't seen anything bad from Netflix yet.
See, 13 Reasons Why they actually show you her suicide at the end.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's not though. It's really graphic and really unnecessary. Like, we know she kills herself. You don't have to, like, she proper like up and down her arms is cutting herself. Oh no. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to see that. I know what it looks like. Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna do like rating system again.
Yes, we're gonna rate this one. I think I'd give it a very, if not a 9, because I'm not a horror guy. I don't like horror, but I really fucking like this movie. I liked when I was scared because I enjoyed being the scared. Whereas in most films, it's like, oh, best luck going back to your gaff later. See ya.
There was no jump scenes. That's great. Because that's such a trope of horror movies.
Yeah.
A cut, and it's like someone's going, blah, 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 and that's a shit scare.
Even there was technically a jump scare when Richie's in the room full of clowns, which we've talked about before, so I'm gonna just talk about it quickly, where he like closes the coffin and then Pennywise jumps out of it. That's technically a jump scare, and it's like play on words because he jumps out of it. But it wasn't a jump scare. It was just like, no!
Don't close it. You say the door open. You say the door open. Keep it open. Just nothing happens.
Get the fuck out of there, Rich.
I don't even like when they figure out how to like fight back.
Yeah.
With him. It was great. I'm gonna give it a 9 as well.
Yeah, I was.
I tell people about it. I was when I will get home, I'll definitely tell people that Mother was shit. In fairness, I liked Murder, but we'll get onto that.
We'll get into that in a minute.
I still haven't. I probably had to watch it like 10 more times to like. Okay, this is my opinion on it.
Yeah, maybe,
and this is what I've made.
Maybe. But this, like, hands down, if you want to see a horror film, like old-fashioned, it's monster chasing people. Bingo. This is the film.
This is good. It's a good horror because I used to go try to find comedy movies, and comedy movies have this formula of like a few big jokes, right?
Yeah.
Then end of second act, going into that, there's a fight,
and then there's emotion, and then it's over.
Where Airplane Doesn't really have that. The whole kind of
It's
joke
just
is
jokes.
the whole thing is like he's already upset that he's lost someone, and that's it.
And jokes.
Yeah. And Monty Python's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like this Life of Brian. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, come on! I'm crucified. Let's have a song.
Yeah.
Right. So it's really hard to find good comedies, right? And it's really hard to find horrors.
Yeah.
Because horrors just
Most 9 times out of 10 when people think of horror, they think of movies like this. But 9 times out of 10,
it's not that.
when when people are making horror films, it's what's that sound? What's going on? I'm dead. Oh shit. Whereas in this, it's you know what you don't know what it is, but you know it's something, and like
you shit your pants.
Yeah, exactly.
As I said some today, don't go and see it. You'll shit your pants.
just take that premature dump and then just go in completely clean, completely empty, because
you don't want to shit your pants.
Yeah, exactly.
We probably should have ended this because I'm about to piss my pants.
Yeah. Right, go on. Thank you everybody for listening. Hit a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And we'll see you again next week.
Until next time, take care. Goodbye.
See ya!